Hello, everyone. You're listening to Listeners Digest. And do you know whatever you could get it here? Tidbits, information, everything you are here for, and you can get everything you need for it. And now we are into our next episode that might be sounding quite interesting and enthusiastic as well. So that's the reason we have stick to this. And I hope everyone is good and very healthy to hear this one. And let's take on to this. So this is about Gen Z and their technologies are Boon or Bane. And it's a quite interesting topic according to me because I'm from the technology perspective and I would love to speak about for hours and hours. But is it useful? Or are we using it and are we using its purpose to its fullest? My answer will be yes, we are using it. But is it any kind of helpful for the society or not? And then that's going to be a very $1 million question. Because we are seeing day-to-day a lot of activities and a lot of crimes and a lot of scams being happen all over the country. And each and everything has a background as a technology tag to it. And the topic I'm naming is Gen Z because the technology is being handed over to them. And they are the ones who are in the developing phase of the technology being in their hands. Because the elder ones now aren't having the luxury of finding and their time with the technology in their young ages. All right, let's just quickly move on to the topic. And I give my perception on what I'm going to see here. And this is the first time we are having a guest over. And this first guest is very, I kind of say, like the person who affected me a lot is speaking a lot and giving a bold statement. And how was she framing herself in the society and how she is speaking for herself. And that's the reason I was begging to bring her as a first guest. And I'm sure that you will not be disappointed by her thought and understanding of this Gen Z's technology thing here and over. And allow me to welcome Miss Esha Bajaj. So she is still a student and she's even trying to learn the scheme of things. And I noted her through the LinkedIn, so that's how we got communicated with each other. When I was communicating with her, I was pretty impressed on the way how she's understanding things and how he's showing whatever she has learned in a different way. And for the moment, I didn't even think if I should bring her or not. I just decided that she must be the first person to talk about this topic. And I'm not going to waste further time. And let's welcome Esha Bajaj onto the show. Hello, Esha. How are you doing?
Hello, Vivek. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah, welcome, Esha. Thank you so much for being here and making sure that I'm just not speaking alone and having a very good mind in whatever we're speaking. And so this is the topic, Esha. So before we go into the topic, let us actually hear about what you're doing and who you are and why you're here. Can you give us a quick intro on the things?
All right. So I am Esha Bajaj and I reside from the north part of India, Haryana. And here I am in Bangalore for my further studies. And I am a student in PWIY, where there is a education system designed in such a way that it is really inclined with what the industry needs at the moment. And even after when we complete our graduation, we don't have to wander here and there for extra skills to get or spend a few more months in training. But as soon as we complete our graduation, we are industry ready. We are ready for to bring the changes. Our education academically is planned in such a way that we are taught different set of skills altogether. It's not just academics, but we are also taught soft skills and business thinking classes, not only for the students of management, but also the students in tech, because we work on the perspective that you at this moment you don't have to be a king of one. You need to know each and every aspect. You need to know each and every terminal in order to be an entrepreneur, because you have to handle a lot of things all by yourself if you are thinking or deciding to be in this field. And as the government itself is sponsoring Make in India, and and we can see many programs on TV as well, like Shark Tank India, which are boosting the entrepreneur mindset in India. So I think the platform and the college, the curriculum that I chose, really resonates with what the country is going to be.
Actually, that's fantastic, Esha. Thank you so much. I was quite inspired by how the next generation youths are getting shaped up. And there are many different schemes brought up by Government of India and as well education institutions on how they are looking at how education needs to be made for upcoming students. And that's actually a welcoming approach, both on students' perspective and teaching institutions' perspective. Thank you so much for sharing that insights. I appreciate that. And on the other thing, Isha, I was trying to ask, so you're trying to learn something and coming into technology. But before we go into this topic now, I'm pretty interested on what made you incline towards that journey. What is that spark moment? Okay, I want to study this. I want to learn this. I want to make change in the society. So what is that moment? Would you be able to share that to us?
Yes. So when I was scrolling for like other students, I have to give after you study PCM in your 12th. So like most of the students, you have to go through a exam called JEE, and but the IIT never attracted me much because of the curriculum and the reports that I read on it, that it is not very industry ready. And there's still a lot of cures after it, that students are still confused even in their fourth year, which terminal to pick, or what like the programming languages or anything, basic skills, even communication skills, soft skills. So I got to know about a few colleges and their curriculum, luckily through YouTube ads. Thanks to me for scrolling the YouTube in a nice way that it helped me out. I got to know about a few curriculums that go align with what the industry needs. So I searched on it, and I got a few colleges. I attended a few workshops or the live sessions offered by those colleges. And the one thing which has always attracted me since childhood, that I wanted to do something for my country, being on the front foot. So I have always, my aims have always surrounded by being in army, being in IFS or police, and such things. Like, I want to serve my country, being on the front end, knowing what's happening, knowing how it's happening. So that, and when I attended the workshop, I had the opportunity to meet a senior from a particular college, and they said that they could crack a job or an internship in the DRDO itself while he was in the second year of his college. And I was attracted by this, and I wanted that if he can do it in the second year itself, and he was also a normal student, no special coding background and nothing like he cracked hackathons or something, did something from since his childhood. So I said to myself that if he can do it, I can too. And what better way can it be to be to help or to be a part of the organizations offered by the government in the field of technology, because this is the future and this is where uh, we are heading to. So I thought that technology with inclined with the government or being in the organization of government will help me, and I don't think that will help me to actually expand more and give me a holistic view of what I want since childhood.
Hey, that's a very interesting and nice story actually on how you shaped that and how things around you help you land where you're right now. And I'm pretty happy that you actually are living your dream. And I can only wish you go far along in the same road. And on the same note, Esha, I would love your thought process and comments on you are in the technology, and the topic we are about to discuss today is Gen Zs. So I obviously don't have to mention to the listeners that Esha, you are probably Gen Z, and so you can watch for this one. So tech is being used a lot. Working and learning tech is one thing, and we are going to go and switch to the consumer end. So let's say because we work for the consumers, so like for the society. So they are using tech on everything, each and everything. And we just want to discuss from your perspective, are we losing it a lot or are we gaining it? Or is it in a neutral phase? Just want your comments on that, and then I'll take it up on the next thing.
Yeah. So I think that every coin has two sides. And like evolution is done for improvement, and it is accepted by people only if it benefits the majority. But as I said, there are things which don't go well with the technology, the scams, and over amplification of things. But it has its benefits as well, because I was reading a data which said that 74% people use YouTube for academic purposes. And this is really nice because as far as we think like Gen Zs do, they waste their time on these things. There's so much exposure to us since we were very young to all these applications or internet. And thanks to COVID, it boosted up a lot of things, and it changed the perspective of how the world will look. If we could think that no, it won't change much in a few years, but COVID showed us that anything can happen actually, and also for expression, for self-expression, I guess that social media empowers a lot of people. I think that at this time when we say that this generation is very lonely, or like the things that used to happen in the past few years about the parents that they don't give us the what do we call the they don't allow us to choose the field we want to go, or there is no much scope in anything other than being an engineer or a doctor. But I think talking on these things, amplifying this on social media has improved and brought a lot of changes. Of course, there are a few segments in the society which still need to be changed, but overall, I guess it helps us to self-express ourselves, and also help us academically, and also help us in for our exposure.
this is something new for me as well. Thank you so much actually for sharing that. On that same note now, and I would like to continue on that because I'm going to let us say those bad like Boon facts which bring from the technology and discuss on the positive outcomes that has given the Gen Zs, especially these things. Let's take me for an instance. So I struggle to find certain things when I was in college. One thing is I don't have mobile phones, but I still had internet access. I have my own what you call the personal computer. It still has internet access, limited access. I was still able to search for something, but those were still not served to me in a platter. First thing. Second thing, today, after COVID especially, thank you for bringing that one after COVID. There were so many creators and there are very less consumers actually. So, especially YouTube, if you want to bring YouTube, there are so many creators. Just take for instance, let's say I am an aspirant of RRD actually. So I was ex-aspirant of RRD. I even tried 2 times. I couldn't find the proper resources for an RRB during study. But now, if you just search for one time, multiple resources and the best creators appears for you in the preferred one. Now, where is my question heading? Are Gen Zs being, gifted, or their long-term goal is changing because of what they have at their disposal? Are they able to achieve 1 mile ahead of their, the previous generations just because they have everything sorted out? That's a good thing. Is that a true proposal which I'm keeping, Esha?
Yes, we have a lot of things served to us on the platter. Some things are, like I said, that amplified because of social media. But there is also a lot of tangling between this because we have a lot of options and we need to find our own way to be unique in these terminals. As you mentioned, that there are many creators, but consumers are less. Even on YouTube or on LinkedIn even, you need to find your niche and you need to present yourself in such a way that you cater more audience. And being in a technology, you cannot share much, but you can share much, but being in a learning phase where everyone, we have 115 students here, like everyone, if they start to share each and everything in their class, which happens in the class, it is same for all the 115 students. But you need to find your niche. You need to present in such a way that it reach more audience. And you get a peer group and you get to connect with the like-minded audience that you want for yourself. And for the things like YouTube and everything, I feel the same, that you have to find a different angle where you can, like, for example, there are many YouTubers who do daily vlogging, or there are many YouTubers teaching coding languages. So how to make your video interesting or your vlogs interesting, because it is life. It can get monotonous at times. So it depends on you actually, that how do you serve it to others on the play.
That's likely put. I like how you put it at the end. Thank you so much for that. So yes, you still accept that, but that might not be the only driving factor with how the things are shaping up now. On that same note, I would also like to add 2 different things. One is pretty concerning for me. The usage and emergence of AI. I'm not blaming Gen Zs alone. Even myself is using AI in multiple things. So, but I'm just going to drive back to kids who are now kids are using, like, I have seen myself kids using AI for homeworks, and when I try to point a question at them, they see that it's a redundant job and I can handle many things about this. Okay, but my question is, if you aren't able to handle this redundant job, how are you going to go a company if there is a redundant job given for you? So my question is not just with question the homework alone. It's about your competency skill. It's about your surviving factor. What are you without that AI? So like where they are being nourished with the AI when they are doing the kids. So how are they going to cope up in the real world? That's my different question. Second thing, this might be very less concerning for me, but for Gen Z, because after I'm seeing few of my friends who just completed out of college and they just 2 years over, and they are trying to move out of country, saying that the country's tech field or management field is saturated. Like there are no white collar jobs and there are only blue collar jobs in this country. See, you are still a college student, I understand that, but I just want to understand what's your perspective, what's your college student's perspective. That's because as a working man, I know what is going there in the market. But from your end, these two questions you can concentrate and give your perspective, because these two are the main concern. Because first one might be with the AI. Second one is something about making in India, learning in India, something. You're just studying in India. But many are going, like my friend has gone to Germany, but everything is invested is here. So he learned Germany and he went off to Germany. So that's not helping India in any way, right? So these two are the main pain points for me. So if you can, let's discuss with that.
You asked about the homebook part or the things that we use chat GPT a lot or the AI tools offer to us a lot. But I think this is what we call smart work. I know this being a child and using chat GPT for your work or assignments is not good. And for that, we have anti-AI tools which detect all these things that we have used. So we are, like I said, we are developing, and we are not only developing on this side of AI. We are also developing that we know that are using it in a wrong way. And I guess reading 10 books to gain knowledge at this time is not something which we will call as smart. We will rather give the reference and the names of those books to ChatGPT and ask it to give us a summary of the same in brief, so that we have the knowledge about each and every aspect, and we focus or channelize our energy, which we were going to use to read a book, to something else. And also for the second question, there is a lot of brainstorming and brain drain happening, that people are attracted by the foreign lands and they want to settle there, because obviously there are going to be concerns which are alarming to you, and maybe I'm not aware of all those things. But for now, for what I have heard from my peers and everyone around me, they want to live in their home, and like the home as in India, and develop it for like giving an analogy that if our neighbor's house is better than ours, we don't shift them. We clean our house, we make it better, we work hard, we earn money, and we make it better. So this is the analogy which we and especially my peers are working with. They are trying to bring many things which are in foreign to India, because India is still developing, and there I don't think that there is a much scope in foreign lands, because if you want to settle in foreign, or you want to open something big a brand you want to have in foreign, you have to have think in a different perspective altogether, because it is already developed. But in India, we need development, and we still need to renovate our house and make it bigger and brighter than our neighbors.
I love the reference you said at the last, comparing our house to the nation. Thanks for the reference anyway, and thanks Esha for answering both the questions. Okay, this although the second question might not be relevant to what we are speaking, it was concerning for me because the fresh minds out of the college now, so without even having a work experience, they are trying to ship off to the new country, and that's very funny because I would not be named name because some company are ready to ship you off to Germany if you only could learn their language, and you can earn 10 times more than what you can make in India as an associate, whatever the fee might be. So that is the current situation. So that's why I thought to bring it up in this episode. But however, I would love to do that. I'd be sure in doing that in the another episode with a friend of mine in Germany. So listeners, don't forget to tune into that one. On the first one, so that is some different perspective. You said something about scaly, not scaly. It's about cross-referencing the answer done by AI, but we are going to use another AI for that, right? So, but not sure, because I was pretty concerned at one point. Is that they're going to be too much dependent on that AI? But since you told there are some corrective measures to that, then I can only hope that that will come viable and active, and it can be like a locking mechanisms wherever it's needed. But yeah, thanks so much for giving insights on the two questions. Okay, let me just go into this one now. So we discussed a lot about, like I told you that I am aspirant for RRB, and I've attended many government exams. So about this Gen Z, so Gen Z's probably after 2000 born. So are there interest for them to join a government job is lessening down. So like you are in college, so obviously, are there any discussions among your peers or among your friends? You can share if anything. What's the mentality about going into the government job? So like you are trying to not write the GEW because you feel that okay, it is not on par with the marking what is expecting. So maybe you have any thought on the, let's say, UPC or RRD or any sort of that. Do you have any insight on that?
Yes, let me share one. So we want to work in such a way that we don't get bored. This is the one thing that Gen Zs face a lot, that we get bored easily, and then we want to move on. So there should be a constant learning in the work that we are doing. For like the entrepreneurship in India, it's growing at the fast pace. Like the organizations or the things started by the government of India, like Make in India or the Shark Tank India, as I mentioned earlier. So we want to do such things that bring change, and we are in a process of constant learning while doing our job. So not about writing the exams like the UPSC or JEE, but everyone here around me has at some point felt that when they gave JEE, it felt like a rat race to them. And for the education system that has been adapted by the IITs, maybe some professors can be great at teaching what the industry wants, but they cannot deny, even they cannot deny the fact that they are a few years back, and now the need is something different. But there are people who really want to join UP, like they want to give the exam such as the UPSC, but again they want to do something different, something that brings change, something in which they are constantly learning. And one beautiful thing I read on LinkedIn lastly, that there was a IPS officer or an IAS officer. I am sorry, I don't remember his name. But what he did was, when there are some tokens that you get once you visit their office, I guess. So he designed it in such a way that once you plant that piece of paper, it grows into a sapling. So this is something I think Gen Zs are heading towards. They are also aware of the concerns that the society is going to face. And we want to do something different. We want to learn. We want to be in a process of learning.
That's nice thought by that person. So that's very nice of you to bring that up. You will be standing with the perspective that Gen Z's mindset are that they need to make a change on whatever they're doing, and the continuous learning must be there at all time. It's not just about any private sector or public sector, anywhere it can be, but this is their whole thought process. Right, noted. So got it. Yes, got it. That's very courageous and commendable answer. And I can certainly hope that if all the Gen Zs are in this particular frame of mindset, our future, actually India's future is very bright. I think within 10 years, we'll be like where China is right now with all the sectors. I can really hope for that change. And with all the things we discussed, right? So I would like to discuss a single piece of information before I conclude this episode. So we settle on the negative things created by the technologies at the first, because I don't want to start things in a negative manner. Now, you already said that it is both sides of the coin, but we only discussed about the one side of the coin, so we didn't discuss about the other side. That other side is causing too much of a mess that it is even trying to cross a 50% bracket. I'll give you some examples where I experienced these things. So first one is what you call this cyber attacks, cyber crimes, and everything going in everything. They're even trying to hack in with a government thing. So this one. And second thing is obviously scams happening in the dating apps and every entertainment applications. And people spending a lot of time on social media platform. That is ultimately the reason perpetrators are going in that cybercrime. So, usage Gen Zs are all about making changes and trying to learn everything. And does that mean that can we expect more people working for a cybercrime or getting the individual cards or making like in the place of power? Can we see many of these future kids in that? So because that is the only way I'm seeing a change can be made. We have to make sure that we are not 100%, at least 80% using the full using the technology gives us. Am I speaking correct?
Yes, there are many concerns related to being in social media, be it the hackings that happen or the OTP scams, or be it the dating site scam, or over amplification of things, like on a site where you do not need where the army or the authorities are trying to solve something, but there is over amplification by some creator or news channels, which create a problem for the authorities itself. These are few concerns that are happening, especially related to the cybersecurity. But we can only hope that, like these concerns are increasing, the cure or the focus of the focus of the people trying to cure this parts or these things also increases with the same pace. Otherwise, the what do we say? The way we see India being digitalized in few upcoming years, it it will not live up to that dream. And as it is concerning for everyone to use, like recently we were asked to remove our profile pictures from the Instagram because there is some hacking going on. There is someone who is trying to hack a few things or trying to ask money, like impersonating us. So these are a few things which also with go in hand with hand with the increase of AI.
Yes, so you also observe this, and there are some things change needs to be done, and whatever we discuss, and the listeners who are listening to it as well, they must have come to a very good understanding of how the technology does and how it can shape a person like this. It's a helpful person. Thanks for Isha. She's shaping up pretty well on her career, and I can only wish for her to achieve whatever she's aiming for. And everybody can take up an example from whatever she is trying to do out of it. And you can actually reach out to her through LinkedIn and understand what she is doing. And I think that's pretty much it out of it. And we were trying to discuss about the Gen Z's impact on AI as a boon or bane. And we haven't concluded anything with it because it's not a topic to just conclude in a single day. But only thing we got is some insights on how it is there and how it is shaping up and how it will be like after some years. And that's it for the day. Thank you so much for tuning into the Listeners Digest and have a very good day. Bye.